Kyoto served as Japan's capital and the emperor's residence from 794 until 1868. It is one of the country's 10 largest cities with 1.5 million inhabitants and a modern face. Experience the essence of Japanese culture constantly evolving throughout history. Kyoto's grand shrines, ancient castles, and historical streets are a must-see on a visit to Japan. Over the centuries, Kyoto was destroyed by many wars and fires, but due to its exceptional historical value, the city was dropped and escaped destruction during World War II. Countless temples, shrines, and other historically priceless structures survive in the city today. Traveling to Kyoto from Osaka is quick and easy, thanks to the variety of transport options. The most cost-effective way to get to Kyoto is by Hankyu Rail. There are express trains that take you from Hankyu Umeda Station to Hankyu Kyoto Karamachi Station in Kyoto. In this vlog, I'll be visiting historical and cultural sites in Kyoto. I will save Arashimiya and Nijo-kaso for the next video. If you are traveling from Osaka to Kyoto on the Hankyu Rail, it's a great choice for affordability and convenience, especially if you are near Umeda Station in Osaka. There are no transfers needed if you take the express or limited express trains, which go directly to Kyoto. Keep in mind, Hankyu trains are popular local options as well and can get crowded, especially during rush hours or on weekends. But it's an excellent choice if you're looking to save money while still getting to Kyoto efficiently. Kyoto is one of the oldest municipalities in Japan, having been chosen in 794 as the new seat of Japan's imperial court by Emperor Kanmu. The original city, named Gion, was arranged in accordance with traditional Chinese feng shui, following the model of ancient Chinese capitals Chang'an and Luoyang. The emperors of Japan ruled from Kyoto in the following 11 centuries until 1869. Kyoto is considered the cultural capital of Japan and is a major tourist destination. The Agency for Cultural Affairs of the national government is headquartered in the city. It is home to numerous Buddhist temples, Shinto shrines, palaces, and gardens, some of which have been designated collectively as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. To enjoy the charms that Kyoto has to offer, it's recommended to make use of less busy times to visit shrines early in the mornings or late at night when they are lit up, for example. Additionally, you can divide Kyoto into a number of areas, complete with their own unique beauty and charm. In central Kyoto, for example, there are a number of historic buildings and unforgettable pristine old townscapes for travelers to visit. Kyoto served as Japan's capital and the emperor's residence from 794 until 1868. It is one of the country's 10 largest cities with 1.5 million inhabitants and a modern face. Experience the essence of Japanese culture constantly evolving throughout history. Kyoto's grand shrines, ancient castles, and historical streets are a must-see on a visit to Japan. The capital was relocated from Kyoto to Tokyo after the Meiji Restoration. The modern municipalities of Kyoto was established in 1889. The city was spared from large-scale destruction during World War II, and as a result, its pre-war cultural heritage has mostly been preserved. When Kyoto became the capital city of Japan in 794, after Nara had been built to resemble the capital of China during the Tang Dynasty, the city was rectangular shaped and was 4.5 by 5.2 kilometers big. The city slowly expanded towards the east, and powerful clans built their residences in central locations of the new capital city. The Heian period was a relatively peaceful era compared to what came after, when the balance of power shifted from Kyoto to the east of Japan. While it was the emperor and the families surrounding the imperial family who had political power in the Heian period, in 1185, the Minamoto clan grabbed this power and brought it to the new capital city, Kamakura, located 40 kilometers south of nowadays Tokyo. This new political structure is called a shogunate and had the shogun as the military leader ruling the country. When the shogunate in Kamakura fell in 1333, the power once again shifted back to Kyoto, where they established another shogunate. This was the time when many temples that we can still see today were constructed, such as the Golden Pavilion and Nazanji. Before this time, the construction of temples had been forbidden because they did not want too much political influence from religious institutions. Surrounded by rich natural beauty, Kyoto is a city with a unique repertoire of compelling culture that had been redefined over the past 1,200 years. Many aspects of Japanese culture originate from Kyoto and are deeply rooted in the lives of the residents to this day. Tradition lives on through the machiya, traditional wooden tea houses where residents spend modern lives today. Yearly events unique to Kyoto, like the famous Gion Matsuri. Kyoto's tradition adds color to everyday life through Japanese food, which is generally healthy and has good nutritional balance, as well as an appreciation for tea and flower arrangements placed tastefully in open spaces. By experimenting this kaleidoscopic culture firsthand, travelers can enjoy a deeper perspective on Kyoto and its history. When visiting Kyoto, it's best to keep in mind that many local residents call this ancient city home. To To enjoy your trip to the fullest, please show consideration to local communities and mind your manners to help preserve Kyoto's culture and keep tourism sustainable moving forward. Due to Kyoto's increasing popularity, the city sometimes has excessive concentration of tourists during particular times and seasons or in certain areas, making life difficult for locals and potentially damaging to natural environments. Kyoto was Japan's capital for over 1,000 years and offers a rare link between modern life in the city and its very ancient past. Here, Buddhist temples, Shinto shrines, Zen rock gardens, and UNESCO World Heritage Sites are at every turn. Still the center of traditional Japanese culture, Kyoto is the place to experience a traditional tea ceremony, savor multi-course kaiseki hatu cuisine, and catch sights of a geisha as you stroll through Gion at dusk. Use TripAdvisor to help plan your trip to Kyoto. To get to Kyoto National Garden, walk 8 minutes to Shijo Station, then take Karasuma Line to Marutsumachi Station, and the garden will be about a 3-minute walk from Marutsumachi Station. Kyoto Gion National Garden, located in the heart of Kyoto, Japan, is a historic park that surrounds Kyoto Imperial Palace. Spanning over 65 hectares, it's a vast green space with tranquil pathways, seasonal blooms, and a rich array of flora. The park's natural beauty shifts dramatically throughout the year, from the vibrant cherry blossoms in the spring to the fiery colors of autumn leaves. The garden offers a peaceful retreat from the city filled with ponds, small shrines, and a variety of trees, including sakura, ginkgo, and maple. Within the garden, you'll also find key landmarks like the Kyoto Imperial Palace, Sento Imperial Palace, and the Kanamiyo Mansion. The grounds are open to the public and free to enter, making it a popular spot for both locals and tourists seeking a place to walk, picnic, or simply enjoy Kyoto's serene landscapes. Kyoto Gion is also a cultural site with events occasionally held in the park that celebrate Japanese tradition. a green sanctuary in the middle of the drab plain of Kyoto. Kyoto Gion National Garden is Kyoto's Central Park. This park that surrounds the Kyoto Imperial Palace and Sento Imperial Palace is the green heart of Kyoto. Unlike the imperial properties it surrounds, the Imperial Palace Park is free to enter without charge and any application procedure. However, if you do want to tour the Imperial Palace, you should probably book a tour because you cannot tour it without a tour. Located in the heart of the city, Kyoto Gion National Garden is a natural oasis perfect for escaping the busyness of urban life. This vast green space surrounds both the Kyoto Imperial Palace and the Kyoto Sento Imperial Palace and was designated as a national garden in 1949. The seat of Japanese imperial power for 6 centuries, Kyoto Imperial Palace stands within the sprawling Kyoto Gion National Garden that is ever popular for leisurely strolls, jogging, picnics, and flower viewing. Hidden behind high walls and a closed gate is the palace itself, preserved as it was since the emperor moved to Tokyo during the Meiji Restoration in the late 1800s. Now easier to enjoy than ever thanks to expanded public viewing hours. It's recommended those in Tokyo find time for this glimpse into history. Beyond the palace gates are various buildings that held important functions such as the hall for state ceremonies, the emperor's living quarters, and the imperial study. Multiple fires destroyed all the buildings but one, until there came a time that no abdicated emperor was present, and so no reconstructions were undertaken. The once separated north and south gardens were combined. Now group tours who make reservations or those who manage to secure same-day tickets can take an hour-long walk through the gorgeous strolling pond gardens. Built on the occasion of Go-Mizano retiring in 1630, Kyoto Sento Imperial Palace once served as a palace for former emperors, who often formally withdrew from power and handed over the official position to their successors. Woven throughout and beside the buildings are beautiful gardens, which have a quiet pond and a stream, making for a refreshing atmosphere. The grand and imposing halls, constructed in a mostly open manner, allow you to imagine what life might have been like in the palace hundreds of years in the past. The Kyoto Sento Imperial Palace Gardens are located nearby for those who want to see more lovely traditional landscapes. The home of emperors until the Meiji Restoration, Kyoto Imperial Palace and its grounds covers a sprawling 27 acres that represents the full grandeur of the old court style. Composed of ceremonial halls, residences, and beautiful gardens, the palace allows visitors to take a peek back into time. To get to Higashima Ward from Kyoto Gion National Garden, walk 14 minutes to Karasuma Oki Station, take the Tozai Line to Higashima Station, the Higashima district along the lower slopes of Kyoto's eastern mountains is one of the city's best preserved historic districts. It is a great place to experience traditional old Kyoto, especially between Kiyomizu-dera and Yasaka Shrine, where the narrow lanes, wooden buildings, and traditional merchant shops evoke a feeling of the old capital city. The streets of Higashiyama are lined with small shops, cafes, and restaurants which have been catering to tourists and pilgrims for centuries. These businesses retain their traditional design, although many have been renovated throughout the years, and they continue to serve customers today, selling local specialties such as pottery, sweets, pickles, crafts, and other souvenirs. Kyoto experienced a cultural renaissance under the 15th century shogunate Yoshimasa, who built the exquisite Kinkaku-ji temple, nicknamed the Silver Pavilion, and now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here the traditional arts from tea to flower arranging flourishing under his patronage. The temple garden, which was completed after Yoshimashi's passing in 1490, is famous for its moss and autumn colors, though it's gorgeous year-round. The shops and restaurants in the area typically open around 9 or 10 in the morning and close relatively early around 5 or 6 in the evening. While the walk through Higashiyama district between Kiyomizu-dera and Yasaka Shrine is only about 2 kilometers long and could be done in about half an hour, you could easily spend half a day or more in the area, visiting the various temples, shrines, shops, and cafes along the way. Good walkers are likely to enjoy walking beyond the Yasaka Shrine past Gion and Shorin to the Heian Shrine and possibly as far as the Kinkaku-ji Temple via Nangenji and the Philosopher's Path. Follow the Philosopher's Path southbound for about 30 minutes from the Silver Pavilion, and you'll pass through numerous temples, including Ikando, a prime autumn foliage viewing spot, before reaching the massive Nazenji Temple. This was once the country's most important temple, and you will well recognize the enormous Saman's Gate from the Hollywood blockbuster film Lost in Translation. The sub-temple of Tenju-an is also a highly recommended place to visit. Further south towards Shijo Street, you begin to enter Gion. Here you will find Orchayo wooden tea houses as the residences and reception venues for geishas, though some have been converted into high-end restaurants and bars that are open to the public. Shijo Street itself is a lively and modern entertainment area and abundant opportunities to shop for souvenirs and eat your fill of green tea flavored sweets. Strolling through the Yasaka Jinja Shrine grounds to the far eastern end, you can continue on through the pleasant Maruyama Park, the Choen and Shoran temples. Gion and Higashiyama is a district filled with many of the sites and attractions that attract visitors to Kyoto. You should expect to spend a whole day here. Kyoto, an ancient city with over 1,000 years of history, was once home to the Japanese royal family before Tokyo became the capital. Its streets and architecture are influenced by the architectural styles of the Tang Dynasty, retaining an ancient charm. Key areas include Higashiyama, with its spiritual temples, shrines, and altars. Essential experiences in Kyoto include tasting traditional delicacies, walking flower-lined paths, and watching a captivating geisha show. Use Trip.com's travel guide to help plan your trip to Kyoto. Get a glimpse into the world of Kyoto's geisha culture on a nighttime tour. Discover Kyoto's geisha culture on a guided walking tour after dark. Explore the old geisha district of Gion and Pantacho with a local guide. Wander along narrow alleyways and see the districts come to life at night. Gain deeper insight into this fascinating world and its thriving traditions. Use my link to join this nighttime walking tour in Kyoto using Get Your Guide. Kyoto is home to some of Japan's most iconic and historically significant temples and shrines, each offering a unique experience and insight into Japanese culture. The most popular temples and shrines to visit in Kyoto are Kinkaku-ji Golden Pavilion, Kiyomizu-dera High-End Shrine, Yasano Shrine, and of course the Fushimi Inari Taisha. The high-end shrine is a Shinto shrine in Kyoto built in 1895 to commemorate the 1100th anniversary of the founding of Kyoto. It is dedicated to the spirits of the first and last emperors who reigned from Kyoto. Emperor Kanmu, who established the city as the capital in 794, and Emperor Komei, the last to reside there before the capital was moved to Tokyo during the Meiji period. The high-end shrine. Some notable features of the high-end shrine include the Torii Gate. The shrine's massive Torii Gate is one of the largest in Japan and serves as an iconic landmark of the area. The main hall, designed to resemble Imperial Palace of Heian Kaiyo. The shrine's main hall is an impressive structure painted with classic Heian period architectural style. Shin Garden is renowned for its seasonal beauty, especially in the spring with cherry blossoms and iris blooms. The garden features ponds, stone bridges, and a serene natural landscape, providing a peaceful contrast to the bustling city. The shrine's entrance is marked by a Torii Gate that stands over 24 meters tall and straddles a 18-meter road, making it one of the largest gates of its kind in Japan. The shrine's spacious gravel courtyard offers an expansive view of the main shrine building, which is a scale replica of the Imperial Palace of the Heian period. The traditional reds and greens of the shrine stand out. The Heian Shrine has a relatively short history, dating back just over 100 years to 1895. The shrine was built on the occasion of the 1100th anniversary of the capital's finding in Kyoto, and is dedicated to the spirits of the first and last emperors who reigned from the city. Emperor Kanmu, 737 to 806, and Emperor Komei, 1831 to 1867. Heian is the former name of Kyoto. Occasionally, the shrine's court is used for special events. For instance, the shrine serves as the site of the Jidai Festival each year on October 22nd, the anniversary of the foundation of Kyoto. The festival's main event is a parade of the people in costumes from different periods of Japanese history that leads from the Kyoto Imperial Palace to the Heian Shrine. Behind the main buildings, there is an attractive paid garden with a variety of plants, ponds, and buildings. The garden's most striking feature are its many weeping cherry trees, which bloom a few days later than most other cherry trees, making the garden one of the best cherry blossom spots in Kyoto around the tail end of the season, which is usually around mid-April. While the shrine is relatively modern compared to other Kyoto landmarks, it remains a significant cultural and religious site that honors Kyoto's historical legacy as Japan's ancient capital. Yasaka Shrine, a famous Shinto shrine in Kyoto that's located in the Gion district that has history that dates back over 1,350 years. It's one of the most significant shrines in Kyoto and is well known for its vibrant festivals, beautiful architecture, and spiritual atmosphere. Some highlights of Yasaka Shrine include its main gate. The Grand Vermilion entrance gate stands out at the front of the shrine, welcoming visitors with its vibrant traditional Japanese architecture. Architectural style. The shrine's main hall, like the gate, is painted in bright colors, contrasting beautifully with the greenery surrounding it. The lantern display. Yasaka Shrine is adorned with hundreds of lanterns that light up at night, creating a magical, inviting glow. Many lanterns are donated by local businesses. You might hear locals lovingly refer to Yasaka Shrine as Gion-san, The towering west gate to the west of Gion is perhaps the shrine's most iconic and photographed image. Go through the Vermilion Gate to enter the shrine's main ground, complete with an impressive offering hall and a central stage adorned with lanterns. Yasaka Shrine is one of the most revered religious spots in Kyoto. The shrine is almost always buzzing with energy, with eager devotees flocking to receive blessings and pray for good fortune. Visit this key Shinto shrine in Kyoto, and you may earn some good fortune yourself. The main hall is nearly 360 years old. Wandering through the shrine grounds in the evening is especially atmospheric. The main buildings are illuminated after dark, and the softly glowing lanterns create an unforgettable scene. The area surrounding the shrine is filled with restaurants, making a trip to Yasaka Shrine a good option for an after-dinner walk. Yasaka Shrine is open year-round and offers an immersive experience of Japanese cultural traditions, spirituality, and Kyoto's historical charm. The shrine is best known for July's Gion Matsuri Festival, one of Japan's most famous festivals, when Kyoto becomes a city focused on celebration for most of the month. If you visit on July 17th, you'll be treated to the spectacle of Yasaka's deity being carried out of the shrine in a procession throughout the city. It's a time of pomp, color, and energy like no other. Kiyomizu-dera, or the Pure Water Temple, is one of Kyoto's most famous and historic temples. Founded in 778, it sits on the slopes of Mount Ottawa and is renowned for its wooden stage that juts out from the main hall, offering panoramic views of cherry and maple trees below, as well as the cityscape of Kyoto in the distance. The temple is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is a part of the historic monuments of ancient Kyoto. The name Kiyomizu refers to a Tawo waterfall located within the temple grounds, where fresh, pure spring water flows. Visitors can drink from the waterfall's 3 separate streams, which are said to bestow health, longevity, and success. Some highlights of Kiyomizu-dera include the main hall, known for its large wooden stage, supported by hundreds of wooden pillars constructed without using nails. The stage was originally designed to showcase performances and rituals. The Geisha shrine, a shrine dedicated to the deity of love and matchmaking, featuring 2 love stones set about 18 meters apart. The tradition holds that if you walk between them with your eyes closed, your wish for love will be granted. At Tawo Waterfall, visitors use long-handled clubs to drink from the waterfall, each stream symbolizing a wish for health, academic success, or love. The Ottawa waterfall, located at the base of Kiyomizu-dera's main hall, has its waters divided into 3 separate streams, and visitors use cups attached to the long poles to drink from them. Each stream's water is said to have 3 different benefits, namely to cause longevity, success at school, and a fortunate love life. However, drinking from all 3 streams is considered to be greedy. Other structures on the spacious temple grounds include the Ikonon Hall, which resembles the main hall on a smaller scale, but also has a stage. Near the Ikonon are halls dedicated to the Shaka Buddha, the historical Buddha, and Amida Buddha, as well as a small hall with nearly 200 stone statues of Jizu, the protector of children and travelers. Kiyomizu-dera is best known for its wooden stage that juts out from its main hall 13 meters above the hillside. The main hall, which together with the stage was built without using nails, houses the temple's primary object of worship, a small statue of the 11-faced, 1,000-armed Kannon. Kiyomizu-dera is one of the most celebrated temples of Japan. In 1994, the temple was added to the list of World Heritage Sites. Kiyomizu-dera is unique not only for its breathtaking views and architectural ingenuity, but also for the deep connection it offers to Japanese spirituality and tradition. Kinkaku-ji, also known as the Golden Pavilion, is a famous Zen Buddhist temple in Kyoto, originally built in 1397 as a retirement villa for the shogun Ashikaga Yoshimatsu. It was later converted into a temple. The temple's official name is Rokuan-ji, but is widely recognized as Kinkaku-ji due to its iconic golden exterior. Kinkaku-ji is a Zen temple in northern Kyoto whose top 2 floors are completely covered in gold leaf. Formerly known as Rokuan-ji, the temple was the retirement villa of Shogun Ashikaga Yoshimatsu, and according to his will, it became a Zen temple of the Rinzai exact after his passing in 1408. Kinkaku-ji was the inspiration for the similarly named Silver Pavilion built by Yoshimitsu's grandson, Ashikaga Yoshimasa, on the other side of the city a few decades later. The Golden Pavilion is an impressive structure built overlooking a large pond. The Golden Pavilion is an impressive structure built overlooking a large pond and is the only building left of Yoshimitsu's former retirement complex. It has burned down numerous times throughout its history, including twice during the Onin War, a civil war that destroyed much of Kyoto, and once again more recently in 1950 when it was set on fire by a fanatic monk. The present structure was rebuilt in 1955. The first floor is built in the Shinden style used for palace buildings during the Heian period, and with its natural wood pillars and white plaster walls contrast yet complement the gilded upper stories of the pavilion. Statues of the Shaka Buddha and Yoshimatsu are stored in the first floor. Although it's not possible to enter the pavilion, the statues can be viewed from across the pond if you look closely. The second floor is built in Buki style. This used to be samurai residences. Finally, the third and uppermost floor is built in the style of a Chinese Zen hall. It's gilded inside and out and is capped with a golden phoenix. After viewing Kinkaku-ji from across the pond, visitors pass by the head priest's former living quarters, which are known for their painted sliding doors, but are not open to the public. The path once again passes by Kinkaku-ji from behind, then leads through the temple's garden, which have retained their original design. The gardens hold a few other spots of interest, including an Minkaku pond that is said to never dry up, and statues that people throw coins at for luck. Kinkaku-ji was built to echo the extravagant Kitayama culture that developed the wealthy, aristocratic circles of Kyoto during Yoshimitsu's time. Each floor represents a different style of architecture. Visit 3 attractions of the most popular attractions in Japan's former capital on this classic in-depth tour, starting in Kinkaku-ji Temple, then moving over to the Kiyomizu-dera Temple area, and finishing off at Fushimi Inari Taisha. Each attraction has its own characteristics, which constitutes a one-day tour of Kyoto's World Heritage Sites. Whether it's natural beauty or cultural experience, you will gain lots of good memories. Use my link to join this guided tour in Kyoto using Klook. Discover the best of ancient Kyoto in a single day on this comprehensive guided tour by bus. Immerse yourself in the city's most important UNESCO World Heritage Site and historical highlights. Must try this mystical experience of going under thousands of torii gates at Fushima. You'll be visiting 7 places, including 3 World Heritage Sites, all with a professional English-speaking guide. Use my link to join this full-day tour in Kyoto using GetYourGuide. To get to Fushimi Inari Station, walk from Higashiyama Station, take the Tozai line from Higashiyama Station to Sanjo Kihan Station, then walk about 2 minutes to Sanjo Station, then take the Kihan Main Line to Fushimi Inari Station. Fushimi Inari Shrine is a 3-minute walk from the station. Fushimi Inari Station, Fushimi Inari Shrine, also known as Fushimi Inari Taisha, is one of Japan's most famous Shinto shrines dedicated to Inari, the deity of rice, agriculture, and prosperity. Located in southern Kyoto, the shrine is renowned for its thousands of vibrant vermilion torii gates, which create a mesmerizing path up the forested Mount Inari. This network of gates, called the Senbon Torii, was primarily donated by individuals and businesses hoping for prosperity and good fortune. The shrine's origins date back to 711 AD, making it one of the oldest in Japan. It's primarily known for its fox statues, or kisanu, which are regarded as messengers of Inari. Many fox statues hold symbolic items such as a key or a rice stalk representing their connection to agriculture and abundance. It is said that the shrine was founded in 711 before Kyoto became Japan's capital. The path leads up the 233-meter tall Mount Inari, which is dotted with many stone altars and is marked by approximately 10,000 torii gates. This long tunnel of vibrant orange torii gates is an iconic site in Kyoto. Dedicated to Inari and success in business, Fushimi Inari Taisha is the head of all Japan's Inari shrines. The seemingly endless path of vibrant orange torii gates that lines the approach to Mount Inari makes for an impressive setting and is one of the most famous images in Japan. Fushimi Inari is the most important of several thousands of shrines dedicated to Inari, the Shinto god of rice. Foxes are thought to be Inari's messengers, resulting in many fox statues across the shrine grounds. Fushimi Inari Shrine has ancient origins, predicating the capital's move to Kyoto in 794. While the primary reason most foreigners visit Fushimi Inari Shrine is to explore the mountain trails, the shrine buildings themselves are also attractive. At the shrine's entrance stands the Roman Gate, which was donated in 1589 by the famous leader Toyotomi Hideyoshi. Behind stands the shrine's main hall, where all visitors are encouraged to pay respect to the resident deity by making a small offering. The hike to the summit of the mountain takes about 2 to 3 hours. However, visitors are free to walk just as far as they wish before turning back. Along the way, there are multiple smaller shrines with stacks of miniature torii gates that were donated by visitors with smaller budgets. There are also a few restaurants along the way which offer locally themed dishes such as Inari sushi and Kitsumi udon, fox udon, both featuring pieces of fried tofu said to be favorite food of fox. Visitors to Fushimi Inari Shrine can walk the torii path to explore various smaller shrines and beautiful viewpoints overlooking Kyoto. The hike to the summit and back takes around 2 to 3 hours and offers a peaceful, mystical experience among the iconic gates and lush greenery. Unlock Kyoto's true magic with this personalized tour of the historic city. Forget the guidebook and dive into an authentic adventure exploring vibrant neighborhoods, hidden gems, and iconic attractions. Your guide crafts a personalized route based on your interest so you can experience the city's rich culture and charm with stories and insights only a local can provide. Use my link to join this private tour in Kyoto using Viator. Experience the wonders of a traditional Japanese tea ceremony, learn about the ceremony's history and the different tea-making methods from an English-speaking tea master from Urasenki, the biggest school of tea ceremony in Japan. Learn how to make tea according to the rules of the tea ceremony. Use my link to experience a traditional Japanese tea ceremony in Kyoto using Get Your Guide. Kyoto is one of Japan's most captivating destinations. Known for its blend of ancient history, rich culture, and natural beauty, Kyoto is home to over 1,600 temples and 400 Shinto shrines. Some date back more than 1,000 years. The traditional architecture of districts like Higashiyama and the Kamo River's cherry tree-lined banks make Kyoto a stunning place to explore on foot or bicycle. With its deeply rooted cultural heritage and natural beauty, Kyoto provides an immersive experience into Japanese tradition, both ancient and modern. In my next vlog, I'll be visiting Arashiyama Bamboo Grove and Nijo Palace.